Okay, so for this question, we've been asked to find the remainder when 7 raised to the power of 50 is divided by 50, okay? So this is exactly the same as finding an integer x, which is congruent to it in mod 50, okay? So I can observe that 7 squared is equal to 49, and I know that 49 is congruent to negative 1 in mod 50, okay? So 7 to the power of 50 can be expressed as 7 squared raised to the power of 25, right? Just using my knowledge of indices laws there. Okay, and I know this is congruent to minus 1 raised to the power of 25 in mod 50, okay? So I know this is still congruent to negative 1 as it's a minus raised to an odd power. So we're still going to be congruent to negative 1 in mod 50. And I'd like to express my answer between 0 and n, where n is the integer which we are working. So in this case, n is 50, okay? So if we're working mod n, we like to express our answer as the least residue, meaning that our answer should be between 0 and n, okay? Obviously, if our answer is 1 above n, it will just be 1. We can add or subtract in increments of 50 to our answer, if that makes sense. Okay, so this, we're going to add 50 to it, meaning that this is congruent to 49 mod 50. Okay, so now our answer is between 0 and 50, so it's our least residue. Fantastic. Okay, so now part B. We've been asked to hence find the value of 7 to the power 51. Okay. Find the remainder when this is divided by 50. So again, it's exactly the same thing as finding an integer x, which is congruent to it in modulo 50. Okay. So I can observe that 7 to the power 51 is exactly the same as 7 to the power 50 times by 7. Okay, so just again using my knowledge of indices laws, and I know that 7 to the power 50 is congruent to minus 1. So 7 to the power 50 times by 7 is just congruent to minus 7. Okay, in modulo 50. Okay, so just essentially timesing both sides by 7. Sorry, this should have been plus. So minus 1 times by 7. So I know that 7 to the power 51 is congruent to minus 7 mod 50. And again, I want to give my answer between 0 and 50. So just adding 50 to it, I get 7 to the power 51 is congruent to positive 43 in modulo 50. Okay, so 43 is our answer for the second one, part B.